step up. Making sure you choose a height that's appropriate to you, also working with what's available. So if single leg exercises such as a step up are newer, or more difficult for you, start with a lower step. I typically start someone around 12 inches high. This is 18 inches. So for most people, starting kind of mid-calf, if you're, again, newer to this and it's challenging for you. Roughly knee height is kind of the average height I will use for most people. And then again, depending on the person, sometimes I will go up to a much higher step. But usually for body weight and then weighted step-ups as you get stronger, roughly knee height is a good place to, a good benchmark, if you will. Okay, important things to know about the step-up. We are isolating this leg. We are not trying to use momentum to make this happen. Okay, we want to have a nice stable leg, so again, choosing the height of your step appropriately so that your knee's not wobbling all over. If it's too hard, go to a lower step. And don't begin holding weight until you are nice and stable. Okay, so make sure that, so if I'm starting with my left leg, I'm going to do all my repetitions on that leg before I remove it from the step. So this is not a cardio step up. We don't step, 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 take the foot off. Okay, we are strengthening with this version. So putting that leg squarely on the step, making sure your heel is supported. I don't want it hanging off. Okay, we need to push through the heel. Keeping the other leg close to the step. So again, we don't want to be back here using momentum. That other leg should be for a little bit of balance, but it is not going to push off very much. You want to pull with this leg that's on the step. Okay, another great thing to know about single leg exercises, such as the step up, is it's a wonderful way to strengthen the entire thigh and hips and glutes. So, and especially the knee, because we are working all the muscles attached from the knee to the hip. So people, especially women, love to know how to isolate inner thighs or outer thighs. Single leg exercises are one of the very best ways because it's a functional movement. We take stairs, we step up on things, we step down from things, and we need all those muscles to contract and work together. And that is one of the best ways to strengthen and tone and shape those thighs. So we don't need to just sit on a little machine and isolate in and out. It's really not as effective, both time-wise and function-wise. Okay, so putting your weight over that leg, abs are tight, abs are really important, posture is very important here. So don't thrust yourself, don't thrust the arms, don't round the shoulders. Okay, be relentless on that. Keep that posture, lock those shoulders in, abs, push through your heel, come straight up. Okay, put that other foot down, squeeze your rear end, extend that hip. Okay, get full range of motion. On the way down, you're gonna have to lean forward just a little bit over that leg. Nice and controlled, landing softly. Okay, this foot stays here. So load that leg, push through the heel, abs and shoulders engaged, come up. Okay, squeeze that hip. Okay, nice and slow and controlled on the way down. So load that leg, come up, lock that hip, just squeezing it, make sure you engage all those muscles, make it a very active process, control on the way down. Once you do all your repetitions, switching sides, again loading that leg, come up, nice and tall, squeeze the glutes just like you would at the top of a squat, slow and controlled on the way down. Okay, that, again, this leg is just helping with balance. I do want you to use it, but don't push off on it. Okay, nice and stable on that knee, trying to not let it dip in. So keep that knee straight. Make sure you use the whole foot, but think of pushing down and out a little bit like you would on a deadlift or a squat, for example. So loading that leg, come up, nice and controlled and soft landing on the way down. Okay, if you're adding weight to this, you've got a couple options. Clearly, you can hold weights in both hands, that's fine. You could hold a single weight up here. You could hold a single weight over your shoulder. Typically what I will do when I start someone with weight is I will have them hold a single weight just to challenge the core a little bit more on the same side as the working leg. So I'm loading that leg. If you hold it on the other side, it's not wrong. It'll challenge the core a little bit more. But I typically, since I'm trying to strengthen the leg on this exercise, I will load that side. Okay, so nice and strong in that shoulder. Come up, squeeze the rear end, tighten that hip. Nice and controlled on the way down. Okay, things again that I don't want to see. I don't want to see, okay, losing posture, getting momentum, rounding the shoulder. Okay, so really, again, being relentless, using all your muscles for support. Okay, I commonly, with the body always wants to find the easiest way to do an exercise, the path of least resistance. So arms will try to help, shoulders will help, okay, but that's not helping, okay? You really want to train yourself to have strong core engaged, holding yourself tall. It's a more effective exercise, but it's also a lot safer.